Good morning. It's about 8 o'clock. Day, I don't even know why I bother doing that. I'll figure it out and put it at the bottom of the screen. Headed down right now to some sort of access point to Silverton. I know I passed like an old historical train station that still runs, I guess, like a daily train into Silverton. I'm a little confused. I think it's just a train stop in the middle of the woods. So that would be really cool if I could take that, just to kind of go through the woods, not walking, and look around. If that doesn't work, a few more miles up, I can hitchhike in. I gotta dry my stuff off. Everything's soaked. I stopped at the right time last night. I wanted to go a little further, but my feet were going numb. I knew that my body was starting to get cold. It's a lot easier just to get in your sleeping bag warm and stay warm than it is to get in cold. It takes so much more time and energy for your body to warm it back up. So I kind of got to a clearing. I found some little flat spot under some trees that looked like they still had enough life in them to make it through the night. And I stopped, and I'm glad I did, because it just never let up all night. Thunder, lightning, pouring rain. I mean, all night. So big deal. I got a few miles to walk this morning. The last schedule I saw for this train was 2017. It picks up at this station at 11. My hope is if it's running, I'll get there. I'll set up all my stuff outside and start to let it dry out. My tent did great. I had to batten down the hatches because of the storm. So I was concerned about condensation, because when you don't let it breathe, that's when you get all that condensation inside. And while I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a great deal of condensation, it all dried somewhere through the night, which happened the other night too. So really couldn't be happier with this tent. It's so light, efficient, sets up fast. It's been a beast through wind and storms, and everything else is soaked. So I'm really looking forward to getting some cell phone service and just checking in at home. I hate when I go 2 nights without being able to check in. There's something about waking up and going to sleep without knowing everyone's okay back home. So as soon as I get reception, that's going to be a big relief. And we'll see what the day holds. If I can get a bunk or cheap hostel or something in Silverton, I might go that route, because I want to go in there, get a warm meal, a beer, hang out, use some Wi-Fi, and by the time I do all that, sometimes it's easier to just find a cheap place to spend the night. So we will see. Get some wet clothes, get some wet feet, but we are out here. Had made it through all of the debris fields, but apparently not. This would have sucked to go through in the pitch black pouring rain. You said that I was all you'd ever want. Never, ever, ever easy. Even when you think you got 3.5 miles to downhill, coasted in, just went through my 5th debris field, and these ones have really not been able to be tended to at all. So you're climbing through this massive jungle gym, tangled mess of these huge trees. It's pretty crazy. All jokes aside, I'm super stoked that it's at least in the morning, beginning of the day, light out, not raining, on a short day. That's cool. Probably best case scenario. It's still a challenge nonetheless. Kind of a makes your heart kind of sink when you come around the bend and you just see this huge landscape of just tangled trees. Oh my God, how am I gonna get through this? But here we are, hoping that was the last one. Okay, this is how we do this here. Wow, a little different than old Boston and New York, but I think I can figure it out. You swore that you would never break my so